Welcome to the Aimmee Koachaian and the Experts show.
Yes,
We are at the show already.
We
I
are.
can't believe it.
I know.
We're here, and we want to bring this show. It's all about bringing some of the top experts in the world to help you transform your business and personal life. I am Aimmee Koachaian,
Not Kardashian. And I am your co-host, Stephanie Thompson. In this episode, today's topic is going to talk about how to start your year with a clear vision for how to transform your business and personal life.
That is very exciting.
Yes.
But in this segment right now, we're going to be talking about some of the experience you went through last year and I went through last year and the lessons we learned from it. Just
That's right.
a little bit.
Just a little bit.
So go ahead and share with us what did you overcome last year?
So last year, there was a day that it was a beautiful day, and I went in the morning to drop my dog Button off at this training facility to get him a chance to have some fun, play with other dogs, and get some training as well and everything. We had a busy day that day, and I just remember it being a beautiful day. It was just beautiful weather, just gorgeous, gorgeous day. And we had a great recording session that day. And with Judy Morio. And Judy Morio and Aimmee and I were going to go out to dinner afterwards. And we're getting ready to leave after this amazing day. And I remember you and Judy were pulling down the driveway. You had almost left. And I got a phone call. And it was the training facility, and they said, Button did this today and this today and this today. And I'm thinking, okay, he must have gotten in trouble or something. Why are they calling me?
Because he was kind of like a cute, stubborn
He
kind
was
of
very
dog.
stubborn and very, very ornery.
Cute,
And so I'm thinking, okay, what did Button get into? And so she's telling me these things, and then she tells me that he did this exercise and he had a heart attack and died. And I was in shock. I said, what? It didn't make sense because Button was 1 year and 8 months. He had just gotten perfect health from the vet. He was a healthy dog. He didn't show any signs of any problems or anything like that. He was very healthy. And so, and also I had lost my dog of 13 years the previous year, and I had remembered when I got Button thinking, well, I'm not going to have to worry about going through that for a while.
For a long time.
For a long time.
He's a baby, and your other dog was like 13 years.
13 years old. And so I was hysterical. I couldn't talk. I thought, no, this has got to be some awful mistake. And I gave you the phone because you stopped, you saw me, and you pulled the car up and you came running and you grabbed the phone from me and you talked to them and they said, no, we read her name right off the tag of the dog. And I just felt like the bottom of my world had dropped out. And I got a taste, Aimmee, just a taste of how you felt when you lost your brother suddenly like that, when you said in a blink of an eye, just a second, not a second later, he was gone. And how horrible that felt. And of course, we couldn't go to dinner after that because I was too upset, and there were things to do. We had to take care of Button and everything. We took him to the vet and said goodbye to him and everything. And I had all these obligations and all these things that people needed from me for the next day. And I'm thinking, how am I going to do this? And I surprised myself. I just put one foot in front of the other and just started doing things and taking care of business the next day and the day after that and the day after that. And I surprised myself with my strength. I didn't think I had that strength.
But you didn't surprise me.
Well, thank you. Thank you.
You didn't surprise me. It was very devastating. But you stood up and you did whatever you needed to do. Of course, you went through the ups and downs, the mourning period. But you really you didn't surprise me knowing that you're a pretty strong woman, but sometimes we don't have enough knowing ourselves as much as other people see us. So I
Yes.
always saw you a strong woman with very good, strong will.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah.
So that's one of
So
the
you
lessons I
discovered
learned.
something about yourself that
I
day.
discovered that about myself.
Okay,
Mhm.
so let's talk about my experience, and it's
Yes.
a little bit completely different than your experience last
Yeah.
year. You were there too. Wow, you were like sister. We're always
We're
together.
all the time.
I can't believe that you're everywhere I go. And we had like the last week of Christmas, before the Christmas, and we said, okay, well, it's time to take off, just relax. Okay, you do your thing, I do my thing, and spend time with my husband and everything. And she called me, she said, well, Aimmee, how about I treat you and Tom for Christmas to award
The Star Wars movie.
Wars movie.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, I'm not sure. I'm busy. I'm not sure about that. But my husband says, oh yeah, that will be fun to go to that. I'm waiting to watch it. I'm like, okay, well, since I'm dedicating my time to spend with him, I will just go. That's okay. We'll go to the movie. Now, I didn't think about it that you have to wait in line because it was the first week of release.
Right. You didn't know that.
I
you
didn't know that we have
it
to
was-
wait in line for
Yes,
that.
Yes.
Now, on the way to the movie, Tom says, my husband says, well, we need to rush because we have to get there early. I'm like, why we have to get there early? He said, well, because it's a new release. I am not too familiar about movies. I mean, I love to watch movies, but I don't track them. I don't know when they're coming out, not all the time. So I wasn't really thinking about it's a brand new movie. So I knew it's brand new, but it's not as that new, like just released.
Yes.
So my husband said, well, it's a new movie. You have to wait in line to get there. I'm like, oh no. Don't tell me that we have to wait in line. Stephanie, you know better. So I kind of like was, oh, Stephanie, what you doing? You know I don't like to wait in line for a movie. There's nothing wrong if you wait in line for a movie, but I don't do that.
That's not her thing.
That's not my thing, especially that reminded me in a war where people have to wait in line to get bread. And to me, I'll wait a month and then I'll go watch a movie. I do not wait in line. I'm not above everything, but just bring some memories for me. It's like, it's no rush. I'll go watch it when it's ready. And then I got there. I was a little bit uptight. To tell you the truth, I was a little bit uptight. I was uptight with my husband. I'm like, why you didn't tell me this is something we have to wait in line? And he said, well, I didn't think about it. I just was excited to go watch it. I'm like, okay, I'm going to do it for you and for Stephanie. I'm going to go. But inside of me, I'm like, oh, no, this is not happening. I'm not waiting in line. I always say I would never do that. So I got there, and the line was very short. I'm like, what? I am thinking the line is going to be really long line, and the line was like maybe 10 people in front of us.
Maybe, yeah.
And I'm like, wow, that's a good sign. Now we're walking in. And then earlier I was thinking, well, it's not a movie I really want to go watch too much, and I have to wait in line. Then I go inside, still a little bit uptight, but at least we didn't have to wait in line too long.
Right.
Okay? Then we sat and to watch the movie. And 15 minutes into the movie, took me time to relax, I starting to enjoy the movie. I'm like, oh, the lesson I walked away from that is never say never. And never assume that you're not going to have fun. I was having such a fun watching the movie. I thank you for the invitation.
You're welcome.
My husband enjoyed it,
Yeah.
and I did too.
Yes.
So never say never. If you have an event to go to, calm down and don't be too uptight. So we'll see you on the next segment where we're going to talk about how to
start your year with a clear vision for your business and personal life.
Yes.
And if you want to see our first show and our first 4 segments, you can go to akandtheexperts.com. The pre-recorded segments are there, and you can watch all of those there.
We'll see you soon.
See you soon.